Welcome to Tarot in Paris with Zoe. I am Zoe. This is a collective reading. It is for all astrological signs, and it is timeless. When you come to this reading, that's when the timing begins. Take what resonates with you. Please leave behind what doesn't. Subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments in the message area, any thumbs up to any videos that you adore. Let's see what we have. All right. So for the collective, soulmates. Oh, how beautiful. So there's definitely been love in the air. It's not that there isn't love in the air all the time. We are love. Each of us is love. And we're surrounded by love. It's everywhere. It's infinite. Yet there's most definitely, I've been feeling this now for really since December of last year, this huge upsurge of people leaving relationships, people redefining their relationships, and people wanting to create new relationships, whether it is familial, friendship, or soulmates in terms of love and companionship, romantic. Now, soulmates can be in business. We're all soulmates, okay? In my belief system, what I hear constantly is we're all soulmates. What I know that humans identify when they see this card is soulmates as in romantic love. This can also be soulmates in a business partnership. You can have this kind of tight connection with a business partner. You can have it with a work colleague. You can have it with a family friend or plural or friendships or romantic. What I'm hearing for today's reading for the collective is we're going to talk mostly about, we are going to talk about romantic. That's what this is talking about. There is something going on right now that is like a curating, an editing. So picture, I'm going to share with you what I'm picturing immediately is like all these, let me slow down. The messages come in so quickly, my mouth can't move fast enough to share them with you. So I'm picking out I'm being told what's the most important to share. So let me say what's going on is in the collective, there is this time where people are really, really, really looking at their lifestyle, who's in their life, who do they want to be in their life. There's some people that are choosing to not be in relationship, meaning romantic relationship, whereas they thought since they were very young in the storyline that that's what they wanted. That's being redefined. There's people who thought they would never want to be in a romantic relationship and now they do want to be in one. There's people that are in romantic relationship and they're deciding, no, I need to work on this with this person and we need to rediscover who we are to each other. And then there's another group of people in the collective who are now ready for a true love experience, okay? Now, there are more than one, for some people in their story, there's more than one choice for them. For some others, there's maybe a couple of choices. You're going to know which it is for you, okay? But everyone's got choices in who they choose for their soulmate. In one belief system, we make this choice before we're incarnated here. In other belief systems, that's not what resonates with people. So I'm not going to get deeply into all of that because it doesn't matter what I believe. It matters what you believe, all right? Getting back to this. For those of you that are watching this, there's many of you who are in a romantic relationship, and you're really looking at it, I mean, with a fine-tooth comb. I urge you to do that with grace, to know that there are many ways you can grow with this person that you may not realize yet. Now, there's others of you, though, that are in a relationship that is not serving you in any way whatsoever. And I don't like to use this word narcissist because in social media it's bandied about all the time, but I am definitely hearing that some of you are in a relationship with someone who's clinically a narcissist and they're emotionally abusing you, and I could go on and on about that, and I'm not going to. You know if this reading is for you and you're in that, and I know that you're trying to find ways out of it. And there's lots of resources for that, and you will be led to those resources, okay? It sounds like I'm hearing that those of you that resonates with, and I'm deeply, deeply sorry. I'll start crying, actually. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny. I'm trying to not cry because then I can't speak. So I know what it's like to be involved with a narcissist. I've definitely had it in my past, okay? Definitely. And I know also how tricky it can be to get out of it at times, and I also know how tricky it is to even figure it out, whether a covert or an overt narcissist or both. And I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, so I'm not going to get into all the clinical definitions. If there is a group of you, which I'm hearing there is, that are involved in that, you're going to find support of how to get out of that, okay? Now, the other part of this is that some of you are realizing that you can love someone. We're talking about romantic soulmates only right now for this reading, okay? You can love someone, but that doesn't mean that they're in your highest good or you're in their highest good. There's more than love involved for this partnership, and you're understanding that. Like, they could have certain lifestyle choices that are so mismatched for you now that you're having a very challenging time with coexisting with them and living with them. And for those of you that that speaks to, you know who you are. And I know how hard that is. This is a very chaotic time right now for you, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. What I can say for all of you is, what I'm hearing strongly is, this chaos and conflict that you feel like you're going through, you are going to get to the other side of it, and you are going to feel joy again, inner peace. You're going to feel hope again. You're going to believe in love again. You're in time. You're going to see that this happened for a reason, that there is not just a silver, but a gold lining in it. I know that may not seem that way right now. And for the other group of you that are watching this reading, I'm hearing you are now ready to meet a romantic soulmate. Again, everyone's our soulmate. We're talking romantic soulmates for this reading today. And I know that that's out of your comfort zone. You're nervous, you're scared, you keep thinking about what happened in the past with someone else or more than one person, but you got this, you've got this. And what's different now, especially for you, is not only have you gotten stronger emotionally and mentally, your mindset is more ready, and you are more spiritually ready to meet a romantic soulmate. You have more discernment. You aren't going to just hear what you want to hear. Okay, let me repeat that. You're not going to hear what you want to hear. You're going to be very realistic about what this person is doing or not doing, if their actions match their words. And a tool that's been given to me that I'm supposed to share right now is, as you're dating, I want for you to write down or type it in your phone, but I'm hearing it's probably better for you to write it down on paper the old-fashioned way, because it somehow, something about that, and I can research what it is, but for the human mind, writing it down using your physical penmanship somehow makes it feel more real, okay? So before you go on a date with each person, even if it's a second, third, fourth, fifth, and onwards date with the same person, I want you to write down how you feel before you go on the date, and then as soon as you get back from the date, I want you to write down how you feel. And then look over that landscape of those pages and see what's really true for you in dating this person or people, okay? Because the truth will come out in those pages. You'll have a landscape over a number of dates. The person that you thought you might have been very romantically interested in, your A person, may end up being your C person. And you're not, as time goes by, you're like, nope, they're not a good match for me. And you're and onwards, your C person may become your A person. You get the picture. Try that tool, okay? So this is a very hopeful card, okay? There's lots of movement in the collective right now around relationship, around romantic relationship. What else do we have for the collective today? Thank you so much for all these incredibly important messages. Okay, here we go. I'm not surprised. Two of Swords. You know, it's interesting. This came up recently in another reading today that I did. Two of Swords. And it doesn't surprise me because this is happening for so many people in the collective. I'm going to repeat this. I'm being urged to repeat the same message I did in the reading prior to this. That's what's happening for you and now in your romantic relationship segment of your life. This individual who's representing you has the swords. They have their hands covering their heart chakra. But now it's time to open your heart. Not open your heart figuratively if you're in a abusive situation. No. If you're involved with a narcissist, for example, no, you have to be very cautious. But then know that you can open your heart to yourself, to your higher power, you can always have your heart open to them, but be cautious who you open your heart to in the human world. Like, take your time to see who's trustworthy. That takes time. And as I shared in earlier, if you use that tool that I was talking about of writing down how you feel before you go on a date and how you feel afterwards over a landscape of time, you're going to have all these pages about different people that you can read and the landscape of how you've been feeling around them. And you'll be able to decipher, okay, I wasn't feeling my best before I saw them, but when I went on the date with them, I was feeling great afterwards, or vice versa. Like, you'll start to figure out, is it me with unresolved baggage, or is it something they're saying or not doing, or are their actions matching their words? Like, you're really going to figure it out, okay? So then you'll be more discerning, and you'll be able to uncross these hands over your heart chakra, and over time you can learn to trust someone. And first and foremost, you're going to learn to trust yourself and your own discernment. That's what this card is telling us today, okay? Let's see what else we have for the collective for this reading, please. Ooh, cards are wanting to talk. Three of Pentacles, beautiful. So this is talking about building something with someone, all right? So for those of you that are already in a romantic relationship and that want to build a life with someone, you're working on it. And for those of you that want that, you're feeling it more and more. And for the third part of you, the third group of you, so it's in thirds for this part, those of you that thought you wanted a relationship and now are like, no, you know what, I want to be single. I want to be a loner for a while, maybe forever, I'm not sure. There's two sections to the third group of you. Those of you that want to just be a loner, and the others of you that were a loner and now want to be in a romantic partnership. You want to build something with someone. So this is a building card, okay? It's about coexisting. It's about really understanding the other person as best as you can, being compassionate, having empathy, and having those to yourself. Being gentle, compassionate, having empathy with yourself. Many of you, unfortunately, are kinder to other people than you are kind to yourself. This is also, I'm hearing about building that kindness to yourself. It's got to come first. Empathy, compassion, gentleness towards yourself, okay? Be your own soulmate. Marry yourself first, all right? Whether you want to marry someone or not, marry yourself though first. Commit to yourself. Commit to your own self and choosing happiness for yourself. It doesn't mean you're forsaking other people. It means you've got to fill your own cup first. You have to before you can give to anyone else. And that can happen on a minute-by-minute timeline. Like for me, it can happen second to second. Like in 1 second, I'm feeling a little drained maybe. I've done several readings and I'm just like, okay, I put my all into this. I need to go rest. In another moment, I feel completely filled because after doing a reading, I feel my God, Goddess, I feel Source, I'm completely filled, and I can do multiple readings. You know, it just depends, but it's me checking in with myself and building and always filling my cup first before I can give to others, okay, or share with others. So check in with yourself of what's really building a strong foundation for you before you consider how you can build with someone else, or what are some good ways to build with someone else, or build a life with someone else. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, we're gonna, whoops, that card wants to come. Let me just set it down for us. There we go. Now let's get an animal spirit card, see what we have here. What animal spirit advice do we have for the collective? Dove spirit, how beautiful. Oh, you know what? Another card wants to come out, but we'll start with this. Be peace. This is about you feeling inner peace. So no matter which category of people that are watching this reading that you fall into today as you watch this reading, know that you can always choose to be dove spirit. You can always have inner peace. It is a choice. It's about pausing with enough time to just really check in with yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, and you can feel that freedom again and that connection with universe, that connection with God, Goddess, with Source. Now I want to set this down because this deck is singing that it I'm like hearing this high pitched woo. I don't want to do it. It's too high pitched to do it. It'll hurt your ears. But another card wants to talk. Is it? Yeah, this card. Horse spirit, freedom is yours. Oh, that's fascinating. we were just talking about dove spirit and feeling free and feeling alive and feeling that inner peace. And here we have 2 3s, which have a lot of numerological meanings. The one for those of you that are hearing this video right now in the collective, this is about feeling balance with your higher power, okay? That's what this is about. And it's bringing you that freedom, that feeling of, I've got this. I am harnessing the power of the moment, which is all that's here right now. And I'm reclaiming my personal power, and I'm now going to co-create with God, Goddess, Source, Universe, and claim this gorgeous life of mine, and claim how beautiful it is and the gift that it is, and know that freedom is mine at any point in time I choose that thought process. A lot of what's going on with the collective right now is being more mindful of their mindset. That's what this is telling us today. Freedom is yours. You can choose that thought process. You can choose that belief. You can choose that in your mindset, okay? Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a delight. It is such a privilege to have this channel. I'm Zoe. This is Tarot in Paris with Zoe. Do subscribe. Write any messages you want in the comments section. Definitely give thumbs up for any videos that really speak to you. Thank you so much. Take care.